but I thought we could have sessions like this where I speak to the online community, I speak to the online family, and we can start to share some nuggets about life, particularly for us young persons. If you follow my channel very closely, you see I speak mostly to young persons, persons in their 20s, in their 30s, persons that are trying to do something for themselves, that are trying to achieve something for themselves. And you see, one important topic that dropped on my mind this weekend, and I thought to share with the online family, is the subject of the things that keeps us down. You see, for every young person, there are certain actions or inactions that you are doing right now that keeps you down. There are certain actions or inactions that you have constantly made an habit. You have made these things an habit, and these things are the things that are keeping you down. When you start to examine your life, when you start to look at yourself, you start to realize that there are things that you want to do, but you are not there yet. You are not doing those things. There's a particular kind of life you want to live, but you are not living those kinds of life yet. Say, for example, you want to be wealthy, you want to have a good career, you want to have a good job, you want to have something tangible for yourself. I mean, you want to make your family proud. But then you realize that the more you try, the more it looks like as if it's getting harder and tougher. It looks like as if it's getting harder and tougher. It almost looks like as if you are doing so much work, but there's very little result. I've been in these shoes before, you see. There was a point in my life where I was doing so much, and I started asking myself that what exactly can I do to get better? How exactly can I get better? You see, this is one of the questions that young persons should be asking themselves. How exactly can you get better? As a young person in your 20s, in your 30s, how exactly can you get better? You see, this particular time of our lives is a time for you discovering and rediscovering yourself. I say it again. I say rediscovering, discovering, and rediscovering yourself. You see, it's a time of exploring. When I mean exploring, I mean you try to find things, you try to figure out things, you try to look at yourself, look at what you are doing currently, look at the things you are doing right, the things you are not doing right, look at the different actions or inactions, look at everything, just examine everything about your life. What are those things you are doing that you are doing correctly? What are those things that you are doing that you are not doing correctly? And I think those things that you are not doing correctly are some of the things that I'll focus on tonight. Like I said, the topic is how what you are doing right now that is not helping you. There are many times that we do several things as young persons. I mean, we try to be a part of several things. We try to be a part of several things. We try to do several things. But you have to realize that some of these things are not really helpful for you. And as young persons, one of the problems that we have is that we are kind of moved by every single thing that happens around us. I mean, we are easily moved by our community, we are moved by immediate environment, we are influenced by who we find around us. I think you should start to understand that for you to positively change your life, you need positive influence. So I'll give you three things that you are currently doing now and is currently not helping you. Number one, procrastination. This is the biggest problem of many young persons. Procrastination. Many of us have this huge problem of procrastinating. You see, many a times you say you want to do something, but you realize that you start to procrastinate. Have you ever been in that shoes? Say, for example, you want to perform a task, or you want to do a job, or you want to do anything, and we start to tell ourselves tomorrow, oh, I'll do it later, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. It's a very common problem that many persons face. In fact, I myself, I'm still in these shoes, I'm still struggling to get out of it. But the thing is that you must understand that procrastination is your enemy. Procrastination is your worst enemy. Oh, I see someone saying hi. That's Tab Chad. Oh, nice to meet you. All right, so procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of young persons. Really, you learn to you see to, you tend to procrastinate a lot. If you're that kind of person, these are one of the biggest habits that you must want to change. Like, this is the top on your list that you should look to change. Really, you're always telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. And the truth is that the tomorrow never comes. Eventually, when the time for you to deliver that task comes, you now realize that you ended up doing nothing. And it's a big problem many young persons are facing. You tell yourself, I will do it till tomorrow. Oh, let's keep that till tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. And if you look at it, you are not doing anything reasonable. You are not doing any reasonable tasks at hand right now. You are not doing anything tangible currently. So you must learn to change the art of procrastinating. You must learn to change the art of procrastinating. You must always do it now. Do it now. You see, there are times where I find myself in the shoes of having to want to do something right now. And I try to ask, one of the questions I ask myself is this thing priority? And I think young persons should learn this. I mean, look at the task at hand. Is this thing priority? Is this thing important, if this thing is priority, then of course you must raise it very high, you must raise it bar high. These are one of the things that you want to complete quickly. Then you look at the time frame. Okay, how long do I have to complete this task? What are the other dependencies on this particular task? These are some of the things you consider when doing a particular task. I've seen many young persons. In fact, let me tell you a story. You see, I have a friend back in college who, there were several times where we wanted to learn, we wanted to take a course online, we wanted to take an AI, a tech course online, and several times where I tell this guy, oh, when are you starting? Oh, he tells me, oh, I'm going to start later. I have this nice idea, I have this beautiful idea, I have this great teacher who's going to teach me, who's going to mentor me, who's going to teach me every single thing I do, which sounds good. But then, when are you starting? I will start later. And that was the problem. This guy has been procrastinating for the past 5 years. He has been procrastinating his tech course for the last 5 years. And you realize that this is the trend amongst many young persons. So learn not to procrastinate. Learn not to procrastinate. And another problem I've seen some young persons exude is that we learn to always want to start new things. Of course, starting new things is important, but why don't you complete what you currently have at hand? Let me give you an example. Say, for example, you have a project that you are meant to deliver. The project looks good, it looks awesome, and you started on that particular project. You are doing stuff. You started. Uh, Chili Willy says, brother, where are you from? Chili Willy, I'm from Nigeria. Nice to meet you. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. Where are you from? You can also drop it in the comment section where you are from. All right. So I was talking about completing the project. Yeah. So many a times you start something, and you don't finish it. You see, it's a problem that many of us face. Many of us currently face the problem of finishing something. You have a task at hand, and you leave what you have currently to hop on something else. I mean, no one says you shouldn't start new things. No one says new things are not wonderful. It's nice to start new things. But the problem is that if you don't learn to finish something, if you learn to always leave things halfway, your body learns this your body learns this, your mind learns this. It becomes a mental fortitude. I mean, every single time you want to take a particular task or you want to complete a particular action, your mind remembers that you don't complete anything, and it's a big problem. Say, for example, let me give an example. Athletes. If you're an athlete, you are meant to jog around, maybe say 100 times. I'm just giving an example. So you're meant to jog around 100 times, and every single time you are meant to jog around, you always stop at 99. You always stop at 99. And you keep doing this thing again and again and again and again. You see, the problem that comes in when you actually have a task to deliver, and everyone is depending on you, everyone is looking at you, everyone wants you to complete this task, but you are unable to complete because you've never taught yourself to complete actions. The same thing applies to our current day-to-day activities, whether it's in your business, it's your career, whether it's in your professional life, your relationship. Many of us are taught to leave things halfway, which is a big problem. You must learn to see things through to the end. Don't start new things without completing the old ones. And even if you don't want to complete the old ones, leave the old ones in a good place. Leave the old ones in a good place, that when you come back later, you can meet it in good hands. Meet it such in a way that you can even commit or pass it on to other persons who can pick up the work from where you left it off. So don't always hop on new things without closing out the old ones. And finally, one important thing I also wrote here on my notes is that whenever you think someone else's winning makes you lose, then there's a problem. You see, we are really moved by peer pressure, which is a problem for many young persons. I've seen many persons in our 20s, in our 30s. We see other persons doing stuff. We see other persons succeeding. We see other persons living their lives, and we are we are prone to feel that their winning means we cannot succeed, or maybe you have to always suck, or maybe some sets of people win and some sets of people lose. No, I don't believe that. I think success is for everyone. I think winning is for every single person. As long as you are alive, as long as you have your two hands, I think winning is for you. I think you are born to be a champion. You are born to be someone who is able to win in life. And I think it's a problem that it's a mentality that you should start to remove from your mind. That kind of mentality is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. I mean, imagine someone telling himself that, oh, I can't do this thing because I won't succeed. I mean, you are killing yourself. You are killing that idea before it even starts. Don't kill an idea before it starts. You must learn to start that idea. Don't just Don't just tell yourself that, oh, you can't do this, maybe because the circumstances are not right or things are not right with you. No, you must learn to see your ideas through. Don't kill your ideas before they start. So I spoke on three things. The first thing is procrastination. Don't procrastinate. Always do the tasks now. Learn to prioritize. That's a hack I learned. Learn to prioritize. The second thing I spoke about is having the mentality to complete the tasks you have at hand. Don't start new tasks without completing the old ones. Always complete the old ones before you start the new ones. And finally, you must have the mentality of succeeding. You can succeed at everything you put your hands on. You can succeed at everything you lay your hands to do. And that's it for me, guys. That's it from me. Let's have a successful week. Let's have a great week. And enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Cheers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And cheers.